Hello, this is creating engaging and motivating instructional strategies. This is for SAD 510 SLO 6, and this is June 29th, 2025, and my name is Sarah Isaacs. So the first theme for this is student-led learning and student-teacher relationships. The first source is called Students Need to Lead the Classroom, Not Teachers. This resource contributes to current secondary research because it offers a new idea for driving student engagement. Instead of the teacher being at the forefront of the classroom, students instead are at the forefront and they lead the classroom. This resource supports my perspective because I am an advocate for disciplinary literacy, and this idea supports that instead of the teacher just teaching a lesson in a history class, the students themselves can act as historians and discuss historical topics. This resource informs my vision for content in secondary education because it supports my thought that a way to engage students is by making them lead the classroom discussions and learning. The next source for this title or this theme is 20 student engagement strategies for a captivating classroom. This resource contributes to synthesizing current secondary education research because it discusses different things that teachers can help do to improve student engagement, ranging from giving students brain breaks to letting students lead the classroom. This resource supports my perspective of student engagement because it provides simple ways to engage the students while not requiring massive changes such as changing the whole lesson. This can be useful when students who are usually engaged are not engaged that day. This resource informs my vision for content in secondary education because it supports my practice and gives me ideas for ways I can engage students in the course material. And the next source for this theme is a reading titled Nine Strategies for Promoting Student Engagement. This resource contributes to synthesizing current secondary research because it offers multiple ways that educators can engage students, whether it may be fostering healthy student-teacher relationships or discussing different curriculum ideas. This resource supports my perspective of driving student engagement because sometimes engagement issues can be solved through simple things such as having a relationship with your student and getting to know them and having that first conversation. This resource informs my vision for secondary education because as an educator, I am always looking for ideas to better engage my students, even if it is a simple things such as getting to know my students. And the next theme that we will discuss is limitations to student engagement. The first source for this is titled No Student Engagement, Three Common Mistakes to Avoid. This is a video on YouTube, and this resource contributes to synthesizing current secondary education because it offers ideas of what not to do to engage students in the classroom. The three main ideas listed are talking too much, not being engaging, and not being flexible. This resource challenges my perspective because sometimes teachers cannot always cut out vital knowledge and need to deliver a longer lesson, and sometimes that lesson cannot always be engaging to all students. Even if teachers try, unfortunately, is not always possible. And this resource informs my vision for content in secondary education because it reminds me that student engagement is a tricky topic that is not always easily solved. And the next source is titled School Engagement is More Than Just Talk. This resource contributes to synthesizing current secondary education research because it provides a different idea of how to engage students and the idea that it starts with the teachers. This resource both supports and challenges my perspective and offers new ideas that I have not yet thought of. The article states that teachers are not engaged and then the students won't be engaged as a result. I support this idea because, yes, some teachers are not engaged in the classroom either. However, what if the teacher is already engaged? This is why I am challenged with this article. The resource informs my vision for content in secondary education because it reminds me that teachers need to be engaged in the classroom as well as students. And then here are my references. Okay, thank you.